motorcycle. And again, those go to small business, their small business grants.
You hear the local people that make the news every day, 7 days a week on the big 1520 AM, 92.3 FM, and 106.5 FM WHOW, and on your easy choice for soft hits, 95.9 FM WEZC.
Your friend in Central Illinois. WHOW.
Top of the morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. My guests in studio this morning from the Central Illinois CEO program, we've got Riley Fentress, a senior at Clinton High School. Riley, good morning. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
I am well. And Krissy, I am blanking on your last name. I know I should have written this down. Krissy, what's your last name?
Wilber.
Wilber. That's right. I was thinking Briley, but we were talking about Briley earlier. Anyways, Krissy Wilber from Warrensburg, Latham. Krissy, good to see you. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. Thanks for coming in and talking with us, ladies. And we, of course, have the Central Illinois CEO Trade Show right around the corner. Everybody gearing up for that. Riley, let's start with you. Tell us the when, the where of Trade Show this year.
So it's May 6th from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Hickory Point Mall.
All right. So stop out and see the kids and their individual businesses, which you ladies have been hard at work on for several months now. Riley, let's start with you. Tell me about your individual business.
Yeah, so my business is Bella Dolce Bakery, which means beautiful sweets in Italian. It's heavily inspired by people who taught me to bake. I provided baked goods from cake pops to cookies, you name it.
Nice. Very good. So why did you decide to do this?
I wanted to honor my grandma's memory and just the time she spent in the kitchen teaching me all these things.
Sure. So tell me a little bit about getting this business ready to go, because, I mean, anytime you're dealing with food in a business, there's just extra hoops to jump through. Talk a little bit about preparation and what it took to get to this place.
For sure. Yeah. So I had to get a lot of certifications. I had to apply for a cottage food license and get all the water tested and stuff like that. And just go through the state, make sure everything was good. And then I'm just now trying to time it out to get the most product at the trade show.
Yeah, for sure. What was that process like? Did you know you were going to have to do that, or were these kind of bumps along the way that you encountered?
So my brother did food in the CEO class last year. And so I knew some of the hoops that he was looking in beforehand. So I knew there were some elements that I had to do, like the licensing and those types of things. But there was also other things that I wasn't exactly sure before I started researching it.
So food is big in the Fentress house, huh?
Yeah.
Nice. Very good. So have you been able to provide people with some sweet treats already, or has the rollout of this business gone for you?
It's been going really well. I've been able to provide at least 2 to 3 orders a week to people so far, and I'm looking forward to keeping it going.
Nice. Very nice. What is the most unique request you've gotten so far?
I've gotten to do a Winnie the Pooh themed baby shower.
Oh, really? Wow, that's really neat. A baby shower. That's cool. Awesome. Cake pops. Those things are like really popular right now. I'm finding out. Yeah. What do you like to do with those, if you don't mind me asking?
I like to just customize them and make sure that they're kind of unique. I do more of like a cake stickle, so it's more like a popsicle shape. So it provides more stability, more cake pop than what you normally see just with the round ones.
That's cool. Awesome. Very nice. Is there a limitation on what you can or cannot do in terms of your bakery business?
Yeah, with the cottage food license, there's some things like cheesecake and other things like that can't be under that because they would have to be refrigerated.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, sure. Do you get into the gluten-free side of things or anything like that?
I'm looking to eventually, but at the moment, just starting out, I want to keep it strictly easy for now.
Yeah. Is this something you want to carry on after high school?
Absolutely.
Really? Oh, that's cool. Nice. Awesome. Do you know what you're doing next year?
Yeah, I'm going to Shawnee Community College to play softball.
Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. So will you keep it up from there, or like at school, or how will you balance those two things?
Yeah, that's definitely the plan. I'm going to try to, I have to get the things that I had to do here down there as well. But as long as I do that, just keeping the balance with sports and academics as
really
well.
Awesome. That's really cool. Good stuff. Well, we'll come back and talk some more about just getting ready for trade show and all those things. But I want to jump over to Krissy and have you tell us about your individual business.
So I'm doing a business called Krissy's Custom Clothing, which I mainly provide spirit wear for schools, like all schools in the CEO program. I'm doing that for trade show. That's my main focus.
Mhm.
But I can also do like custom things. But at trade show, that's what I also plan to do. But like my main focus up until trade show has only been spirit wear.
Sure. What kind of spirit wear?
Like just logos like Cardinal, Trojans,
Mhm.
football,
Yeah.
basketball.
Like
name
mostly
it.
like t-shirts or other.
T-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, any color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool. How did you decide to do this?
I like shopping and I like spending money, but I also want to make sure it's affordable for other people.
Uh-huh.
And I am very big on sports, so I know like people like die to go get cute custom spirit wear. So I just wanted to be like an option that could provide that to people.
What's the cutest thing you've put together so far?
I mean, I think a lot of it's cute, but I like the sweatshirts that I did for our school and for Clinton.
Mm-hmm. You don't like bedazzle them or anything like that?
No, just printed.
Yeah, for sure. So when it comes to getting your business off the ground, what were some of the hurdles you encountered along the way, Krissy?
The time management, definitely, because I have sports every day and that's been since the beginning of school. So trying to find time to do shirts, like especially like for our class, I did all of the next year's. So it was just like a hassle to make sure I had time to like provide the people and make sure it's good quality too.
Yeah, for sure. So is this something, are you printing like in your house, or do you outsource that? What does that look like?
So I make the like transfers, like design them, and then I send them to like a website, and then I get the transfer ready to go. So all I have to do is heat press it.
Okay, that's cool. That's really cool. So in terms of working with are you working mostly with families, students? Like who's been your biggest clientele so far?
Mainly parents.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. So when it comes to this business, do you want to carry it on? You said you're a junior, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you want to continue this into your like senior year, or how do you foresee the future of it?
I definitely want to do a little bit, but not super heavily. I have a pretty busy year next year, like especially focusing on college and deciding like where I'm going to go. So I want to do some, but not like pushing it out as much as I am right now.
Yeah. Well, they say your junior year is the busiest. So the fact you've been able to do this up to this point is really impressive. When it comes to trade show, will folks be able to like pick out a customized, whether it's a t-shirt or a logo or something like that? Will they be able to like put an order in with you at trade show?
So I plan to make the shirts there and have like up to 4 different color options in t-shirts through hoodies, and sizes small through extra small through extra large. And then I have 9 prints, so they can pick through those, and then I'll do it there.
Yeah, for sure. I should have asked Riley this. I'll come back to her for that. How do folks learn about your business, Krissy?
I posted on Instagram and Etsy, and then word of mouth. Also, I made sure to push it out to all the schools.
How big has Etsy been for your business?
I've had 12 orders through there, so decently big.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, for sure. I know a lot of like small business owners go through Etsy a lot.
Yeah.
Riley, how do we learn about your sweet treat business?
Through my social media, so Instagram and Facebook. I mainly market on there, and you can contact me on there for ordering, but also that word of mouth, she said, and just doing local businesses.
Remind me your business name so folks can find you on Facebook and Instagram.
It's at the Bella Dolce Bakery.
So how do you spell Dolce Bakery?
DOLCE and then bakery.
Gotcha. Very good. All right. Again, our guests in studio today, the ladies from the Central Illinois CEO program, 2 of 13 today, Krissy Wilber and Riley Fentress in studio with us for today. I want to ask you, ladies, what have been some of the biggest lessons you've learned about not only starting up a business, but maintaining a business and balancing all the life things going on? Riley, I'll start with you. What's been the biggest lesson you've learned?
That there's definitely going to be failures and challenges. You just have to be willing to work through it and overcome it. There will always be something that will inevitably go wrong, but you just really have to work around it.
Was there ever a time in your journey where you were like, I just can't do this. This is going to be too much for me?
When I had a week where I had probably 8 dozen cake pops that I had to do. And
really?
I had like 6 softball games, and I was like just stressing for time, and I needed to figure out with the schools, the sports, the business. And I was worried that I'm like, maybe I overshot it. Maybe I did too much, but it all worked out. I just had to keep pushing through.
It's amazing, particularly you two with all the sports you guys do. It's amazing some of the things you students balance and still do this program and start up a business. And it's, for folks at home, it's a real life business. Like, you have to have something prepared for trade show come next week. And by the way, that trade show is May the 6th from 5 to 7 at Hickory Point Mall in Forsyth. Krissy, how about you? What have been some of the lessons you've learned along the way on your journey?
Mine's probably been like, it's okay to tell people no. And like, you have to do what's best for you. Like, you can't satisfy every person no matter how much you want to. Yeah.
That's got to be a tough one though, because you want to give everybody what they want, right?
Yes,
so
definitely.
Yeah, for sure. What were you mentioned the time commitment hurdle for you. Were there any other, like, in terms of just starting up a business or like learning financials and things like that? Were there any of those lessons for you along the way, Krissy?
My starting, it was really hard at first because like I did a couple and it was taking like a while, and then I was also messing it up. So on top of that, it was taking a lot of my time and I was messing up. So it was like, this is just pointless. Obviously, it's not pointless, but
yeah.
So just like the fact that I wasn't like doing it correct and it was taking so much time, and then I wasn't getting the thing that I wanted out of it. That was probably the hardest lesson, but just putting the work back into it and getting better.
Sure. I know there are mentors as a part of the program. I'm curious what Riley, maybe your mentor, taught you in your journey here.
Yeah, so my mentor is Veronica Logan from Busey Bank, and she really helped me with my finances. I knew some things like how to start a spreadsheet, but not necessarily how to work everything in the spreadsheet. So she definitely helped me with that.
That's cool. Krissy, how about your mentor?
I really like my mentor a lot. I talk to her at least a few times a week. And
who's your mentor?
Sarah Franklin.
Okay.
She definitely helped me with my finances too, because that's what she does. And then also like through like all the preparation stuff I've needed, she's like made sure like, oh, do you need me to help you get this? Do you need me to ask someone for this? Like, she's definitely been a huge help and like a good hand to go for throughout everything I've done this year. Definitely.
With the financial side of things, did either of you have any experience in working a spreadsheet for a ledger and working bottom lines and all of that? Did you guys have any experience before CEO?
I had a little bit. My dad has helped me with that stuff, but again, it was very basics. I never had to dive into the details before.
Yeah, for sure. How about you, Krissy?
I've had none.
Yeah.
It was a challenge. I was definitely stressed out for a long time. About it.
It's a real learning curve, right?
Yeah.
I mean, real steep learning curve for sure. Yeah, definitely. Well, I'll tell you what, ladies, I look at the clock. I need to take us to a break here very quickly. Krissy, one more time, remind us your business and how folks learn more about it, find out more about it.
My business is Custom Clothing by Krissy, and you can find me on Instagram or Etsy, and it's Krissy's Custom_Clothing.
And Krissy is with a K, correct?
Yes.
So make sure you keep that in mind. And Riley, again, one more time, your business.
My business is Bella Dolce Bakery, and you can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Bella_Dolce_Bakery.
Very good. Again, Riley Fentress and Krissy Wilber with us from the Central Illinois CEO program in studio today. More to come with these ladies and the CEO program next on WHOW.
WHOW.
Good morning. Here are your opening commodity markets on the RFD Radio Network. I'm Rita Frazier. We are rolling higher this morning for the corn, soybeans, and for Chicago wheat. Up 1 1/4 in the May corn, 466 1/2. July up 2 3/4, 478 1/4. And December corn up 2 1/2, 498 1/4. To the soybeans, we are on the upside today. May corn starts the day up 4 3/4, 1177 3/4. July up 4 3/4, 1194. And out to November, we're up a full nickel at 1172. As for that exciting wheat market, May wheat Chicago this morning trading up 7 3/4, 656 3/4. July up 6 3/4 at 664 1/2. And December up 7 1/2 at 696 1/2. Those are your numbers on the RFD Radio Network.
Spring is in the air, so it's time to choose your new Silverado. This is Scott Baum from Baum Chevrolet Buick in Clinton and Farmer City. We have a good selection of new Silverados with springtime savings and special finance rates. Choose from regular cabs, double cabs, or crew cabs in gas or diesel. We're also allowing extra money for your trade on all new Silverados this month. Silverado, together let's drive. See all our inventory at bombchevybuick.com right from the start.
Here's Matt Hart, owner of the Hart Media Group in Clinton, talking about continuing to serve the community through new ownership.
Things came together and we reached an agreement to purchase. And as you mentioned, we closed August the 1st. So as August the 1st, Miller Media Group is now Hart Media Group. And we're continuing to serve the people of Clinton and DeWitt County and Monticello and Bloomington and Decatur and everywhere, because we'll just keep connecting people as we've been doing.
The Hart Media Group looks forward to continuing to serve the community for years to come.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Once again, good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Again, my guests in studio today, Riley Fentress and Krissy Wilber with the Central Illinois CEO program. You know, I wonder, Riley, from the beginning of the program to this morning, would you have seen yourself doing a radio interview like this where you're talking about a business and why you started it and what goes into it?
Yeah, I definitely was nervous about ever doing interviews. And so in the beginning, I definitely think I was not going to be ready, but for now, I definitely am.
What do you think has been whether it's, a lesson about business, a lesson about yourself, a lesson about life? What's the biggest takeaway for you from this program?
That you just need to be confident when you're public speaking. If you get nervous, people can tell. So you just kind of have to fake it till you make it.
That's my life's motto. Fake it till you make it. I love that. That's great for sure. What was early on? What did you have envisioned for this program? How have things played out compared to what you knew about it?
I just wanted to grow as a person and prepare myself for the real world. I didn't exactly have everything planned out to a T, and this has definitely lightened a path for me.
Yeah, for sure. You mentioned your brother was in the program last year. Obviously, watching him, I'm sure you had a good idea of what this program was going to be like. What did he not tell you, or what did he experience that maybe he didn't share with you that you got to experience this year?
He didn't exactly tell me how everything was for him, like the different site visits, how he prepared his business. He wanted me to learn that on my own, but he also wanted to be a resource for me as well. Yeah. So he was there if I came to ask for a question, but he wanted me to also learn that stuff on my own. You
guys get along pretty well?
Yeah, pretty good.
That's cool. Yeah, nice. So I guess for you, what has been your favorite site visit? What's been your favorite spot you've gone to?
So I've had two. I really liked Briggs Republic and Forsyth, seeing all the dogs and how they handle that. But I also liked going to Clinton's Warner Hospital and just seeing all the technology there.
That's funny. They're my next guest on the morning show. That's cool. Wow. Yeah, that is. Yeah, the hospital is a neat place for sure. Krissy, how about you? From the start of the program to today, when you got into this back in August, would you have ever seen yourself doing a long form radio interview like this, talking about your business confidently and telling folks about it?
I don't feel like I would have been like, oh, I'm going on the radio, but I feel like I wasn't extremely scared to talk or speak publicly, but I definitely gained more confidence through the program. And I feel like more of an ability to talk about what I'm doing better and more efficiently. So I definitely gained the confidence and more experience, which has made me a better person. For sure.
What has been, again, whether it's a life lesson, a lesson about business, a lesson about yourself, what's been your biggest takeaway out of this program?
My biggest takeaway has probably been use the connections that you get. It's completely fine to ask someone else's mentor for help, or to ask someone else's mentor for a job shadow, or the connections that we have is incredible, and the opportunities that they can have. You wouldn't know that a person in the room with you can be someone you're interning for next year. That's definitely been my biggest lesson, is use everyone.
Yeah, for sure. And your network grows in this program. Really. Yeah, big time for sure. I want to ask you ladies a question, but I'll come back to it to round out this line of questioning, if you will. So Krissy, what, in terms of your site visits this year, what's been your favorite visit? Where's been your favorite spot you've gone?
Mine's probably been Morgan Distributing. I didn't like know much about it, and going there when he was speaking to us, one, he spoke very efficiently, and I really enjoyed the way he spoke to us. Like it wasn't something that was like, oh, why am I here?
It wasn't boring.
And I also had no idea what it was. So to learn about it, and I think that's probably the most questions I ever asked.
Yeah, it's propane, right? Like propane distributing. Yeah.
Mhm.
What was fascinating about that? Like I've heard that a couple of times from kids over the years. What was so fascinating about the propane business that you found so cool?
I think I didn't realize how much like we actually need it.
Mm-hmm.
And then to realize like it's in so much things that we need.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people's houses are powered by propane
Yeah.
if you live out in the country and that sort of thing. Yeah, sure. Very nice. Very nice. I want to ask Krissy, like what, like going forward, what's been like the biggest lesson you'll take away from this program?
I would say like the soft skills I've learned, and then also going back to connections, like, and then also I would say probably at first I've had an idea of what I wanted to do, but it's opened me up to more career paths, more opportunities to learn. So
so the question I want to get with you ladies is, for a lot of people, a lot of kids your age, the idea is go to college and then I'm going to go to wherever life takes me, but it won't be Clinton or Warrensburg, right? Has the program changed your perception on what there is in Central Illinois and like made you want to stay closer to home?
I've definitely learned more about like Central Illinois, and that there's definitely more good than there is bad. But for me personally, I have like an expectation to go and see more. And so like it's nothing here that I don't want to be around. It's just I want to go experience more and like get more out there.
Sure. How about you, Riley?
Yeah, I definitely want to come back. I mean, just going to see through Decatur to Champaign, all the different businesses and all the career paths you can choose within just one degree can really enlighten me, honestly.
For sure. Very good. Ladies, I have to let us go for the day. Riley, one more time, highlight the when, the where for trade show this year.
It's May 6th, 5 to 7 p.m. at the Hickory Point Mall in Forsyth.
Very good. Well, ladies, we'll come out and check out your business, and folks, come out and check out Riley and Krissy and the 11 other students and their businesses. Again, trade show comes up next week at Hickory Point Mall in Forsyth. How do folks learn about the CEO program, Krissy? Where can they go? How do they learn about and follow you guys?
We have an Instagram and a Facebook. We also have a CEO website, which you can go there and see our class as well as others.
Very good. Again, that is Krissy Wilber. She's a junior at Warrensburg Latham High School, and Riley Fentress, a senior at Clinton High School, part of the Central Illinois CEO program, our guests in studio for this morning. Again, the morning show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance. Network news on the way.
WHOW.